Islands is one of the biggest games on Roblox, and even though there's been countless updates, there are some things that need to be in the game. And that is why today we are going to be going over the top things that Islands needs to add. Let's go ahead and get started with number one. And number one is actually going to be barrier blocks. I think it would be really cool if I could place barrier blocks kind of like this, have them be completely invisible just so players couldn't go over there. I feel like it would work the same way as electricity, but I haven't unlocked that yet, so here's a clip from DV's video.
When you're just kind of like this running around, you wouldn't see it, right? So it'd be similar to this, right? So if you click on this, see how it looks like this when you're not with a wire cutter, but as soon as you enable or equip a tool, you can actually see something different visually, right? It actually changes to this. That would be the same case for invisible blocks.
I just think this would be a really good addition to the game to keep players out of non-player areas. Okay, so I just want to say that, guys, we are so close to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe because I'm giving away 10,000 Robux. Now, number two actually has to do with an update that happened many months ago. It's when they made the mob islands an entirely different server than your island. I think instead of loading up an entire new server every time you go through a portal, I feel like there should be a way to go to the mob island, get a rare drop from killing the mobs, and getting a spawn block. Anyways, I think it'd be cool to be able to place a mob spawn block and be able to fight them at your own island. Now keep in mind, this is supposed to be a rare, non-tradable item, so if you have one, you're kind of lucky. Now I get that this can be 100% overpowered, so going into number three, I think we should be able to have mob invasions. I think it'd be cool if one day you're just sitting at your island and then you see a slime or a wizard, maybe even a scorpion. And that way you'd be able to kill them and get the items without having to leave your island at all. Now I don't want this to be annoying, but I think it'd be cool if it was just every once in a while to just kind of make it more interesting to stay at your island. Now number four has got to be my number one favorite, and it's the auction house. A lot of players have shops kind of like this, but it's hard to sell rare items like the Slime Queen Scepter in a normal shop because this goes for $500 million, and a lot of times you don't see people with that much money. So I think it'd be cool if I was able to hold it and type in the chat something like /sell and sell the item on a global auction house just to be able to sell rare items faster. This can be limited to VIP or Pro Pass, but I still think it would make a major difference in the business industry. Okay, now number five is actually water blocks. Now you might be thinking we already have water blocks, but that's not what I mean. Look at this clip from my first Islands episode. I think that'll look pretty good in the long run, but for now I'm actually just gonna add some water. That didn't even... So I actually placed a water source block in the middle of my plants. Oh, and you guys let me know it didn't work. Now, I really feel like this should give the plants around it the water effect and have the plants actually grow faster. And sometimes in the game, it actually rains, and I think it should give the same effect. I mean, this game is based off of Minecraft, and that is exactly how it is in Minecraft, so I don't know why it doesn't work in this game. I think it'd just be a good quality of life change, because sometimes buying a bunch of sprinklers can be annoying. Speaking of quality of life, this one comes in regard to farms. This is a really efficient steel farm, but sometimes it's really annoying to collect all the steel out of all of these chests. So I think it'd be cool if there was a collect all button that I could just click once and move on to the next chest. Now, unfortunately, there's not, so I have to like spam click a bunch, and it's just kind of slow. I just think it'd be way faster and have a much better quality of life. Another thing that definitely needs to be added, and coming in at number 7, is the ability to gift game passes. As I get closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers, every time I live stream, I do multiple mini games. And I think it would be cool if the winner could get VIP or Pro, or even just one of these game passes. But unfortunately, unlike Bed Wars, there is no way to actually gift game passes, which is really, really annoying. And speaking of mini games, the next one coming in at number 8 is mini games. The only minigame Islands has right now is the obby, and it's not really that much of a competitive minigame. But I'm talking about games like Simon Says, or hide and seek, or even PvP. Both of those would go really good together with the ability to play special minigames and unlock special game passes. Hey guys, I was just editing and I realized that PvP was actually on my list of things to add. And literally the next day they added PvP to the game, so I'm just gonna cut it out. Kinda like the auction house, but for free, is I kinda want a trading hub. Sometimes going to published islands just to trade can be really annoying. Okay, so this is the Pet Simulator X Trading Hub, and it's literally a place where people go just to trade with people. I think islands should have kind of the same thing, where it's a place where people can just go and trade, and that's the only point of the entire area. So maybe if the auction house is paid only, this can be free for other players. Now let's head back to the VIP server. Okay, now this one is actually going to be a published islands fix. I have been on many published islands multiple times when they either run out of memory or sometimes just crash. What's happening? Oh, okay. The island you were on ran out of memory. Shut up. And it is very annoying when I'm live streaming and I'm halfway through a game of Simon Says and the server crashes. They've already had to limit it from 60 to 30 people, so I really don't see why it still crashes. But I think having a server that doesn't crash constantly is definitely one of the best quality of life changes I can think of, because it gets so annoying over time. Okay, so this one is kind of piggybacking off of the collect all, but maybe a built-in auto clicker for mobile and console. Because obviously on PC you can just download one, but sometimes mining iron or gold for a long period of time can be really boring, and you can't really download an auto clicker on console or mobile. So I think having a button on the left side of your screen that it turns on an auto clicker would be so helpful for mobile players. Okay, the next one is actually having to do with industrialization, because right now, in order to power something, you have to use coal totems or petrified petroleum. But the problem is coal actually gets stuck inside of the smelter, and it actually ruins my item cap limit by despawning items. So I think it'd be really cool if I could use power to power my smelters and steel mills. And that way all I need is some solar panels and it charges my entire farm. Having these items be despawning my other items because of the item cap and they're not even being used for anything is really annoying. Okay, the next one actually has to do with the diamond mines. Unlike every other mob island in the entire game, the only mob on this island is actually core. I think you can see where I'm going with this. Well, the diamond mines are absolutely massive. And yet the only thing in this entire area is just the one mob. So I think they should add more mobs to the diamond mines just to kind of get players to explore a little bit. Maybe if they make the diamond mines bigger, it would be even better, because I just think it would be cool to just explore down here, find rare loot, and kill some mobs. Okay, last but definitely not least is actually a joshuaThe trophy. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, but I have played Islands for many years, and this game has gotten me close to 10,000 subscribers. I just think it'd be cool if the developers knew who I was and gave me a special item in-game, like they did with DV for 100,000 and 500,000. Now, I don't even think the developers know my channel exists, but it'd be really cool to see that in the game. Those are all of the things that I think Islands needs to add to the game. If you guys have any opinions, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.